Welcome back to my channel, and I want to dedicate this video specifically to us college students, or if you're in high school and you're ready to go to college, maybe you have 1 or 2 years left. It's still a good time to get some advice about what are some of the things that you're going to want to know for your first year of college. So I want to share with you guys the top 10 things that I have learned in my first year of college. Now I am in my second year, and so I'm a sophomore. This year was the year that I declared my major, so now I kind of feel like I'm getting a little bit more comfortable into school, and so I feel like I have some good tips that I can share with you guys who are just now coming in, or you still need some help getting yourself situated in college. Go and see your counselor. Now I had the opportunity to create my own schedule while I was a freshman. I know that some schools and some states are different and they may have to do it for you. And even if it's later in the semester, still set up a meeting with your counselor or your advisor, because that's the person that's going to guide you throughout the 4 years. He or she is supposed to help you make sure that you have all your classes on track and make sure that you're in the right direction. And I know that if you have to change your major, they are the same ones that you have to make a meeting with. Go and see your advisor and just kind of get a basic guideline of what your 4 years is going to be like. Make a template so that you can hang it up and you can always keep it in your room, so it's always in your line of vision. For your school, you have to have 6 credits in a social science class, so you want to just have a list of what you're going to do just to get a kind of basic rough draft. So go and see your advisor. They're there to help you. That's what they're getting paid to do. Sit in the front of the class. Now generally, if you're coming straight from high school and you are with your friends, it's still going to be the same kind of thing. You still want to sit with people that you are comfortable with, just like you did in high school, because usually colleges or universities are huge and you don't know anybody and it's just more comfortable to sit with your friends. But I think that if you sit in the back and sit with your friends, it makes you get a lot more distracted, especially because there's going to be at least one class out of your entire 4 years where the class is just absolutely boring and somehow you always end up scribbling or doodling in your notebook. You really don't need to be there because he's reading straight off the projector, or he's reading straight out, or she is reading straight out of the textbook, and it just feels like you don't need to be there until test time comes around. So sit right in the front of the class so that you don't get distracted and you can focus more on what the teacher is saying or whatever is being taught in the lecture. Utilize the library. I don't think that I utilized the library as much as I really should have during my first year. Libraries on campus tend to be extremely huge. They have every book and every textbook and every newspaper article that you need for papers or any kind of assignment that you're going to have throughout those 4 years. Plus, libraries are huge. It's always going to have a place where you can come to study or do your homework, and libraries are always quiet. So do you utilize your library? You are actually paying for it, even though some of us may not think about it. Your tuition is that high for a reason, because they needed to keep up certain books and keep up catalogs of the books. Use that to your advantage. You're gonna need it. You might as well use it and get all of your money's worth out of the library. Use your planner. Now I really tried to stick with my planner my first semester, and that worked really well. It kept me super organized. It got me all A's. But then I started to slip up in my second semester, and that's when I noticed that I began to get a little bit more disorganized. I started to let things slip and I didn't remember things. So now that I'm in my second year, I have made it such a strict policy for myself to use my planner every single day. It doesn't matter what you're gonna do, whether you have to remember to put it in there to eat at a certain time or just remember to run an errand. Put everything into your planner. This is going to help you to remember to write every single thing down. What I like to do is write what I'm going to do per hour of the day. Even if I'm not going to do that, I still like to have a basic guideline, just so in case I don't get the opportunity to do one thing, I still have it written down, so I have it if I don't remember that I need to do that particular thing. So keeping everything written down helps you to stay organized. So don't lose the habit of writing in your planner when that second semester or second year comes around. You want to make sure that you keep a strict habit of writing in your planner every semester and every year, because it's going to keep you super organized. Get into clubs or fraternities. Now I know you guys hear a lot about that before coming to high school, and that's kind of how they sell you on getting into that college or university of your choice, but it really is important that you do that. Now you don't have to do it your first semester, but maybe second semester or second year, you want to get into a club where you can meet people. By getting into clubs and fraternities, you get to meet all kinds of people that you've never met, and you get a whole bunch of experience with different kinds of people, and that's going to help you later on whether you realize it or not. And it's also going to help give you a lot of connections for the future, especially if it's in your graduating class. You never know, one of those people may be your boss or your advisor or someone who can just help you in general in the future. You want to make sure you spread out and get as much connections and meet as much people and make as much friends as possible, because this is going to help you all throughout your 4 years so that you don't really feel uncomfortable. So get into a club or fraternity. It doesn't have to be a big one. Get to know some people in your field that can help you later on. Tip number 6 is to make sure that you use all the benefits that you are getting on campus. Now, again, just like the library, there's so many benefits that you get on campus. Swimming pools, you get different kinds of gyms, you get, at least my college, we get yoga classes if you are staying on campus. There's so many benefits that we don't even realize that we're really paying for, and it's part of the reason why college is so expensive, because it's not just your classes you're paying for everything else. Have at least one elective per semester. Now, I learned this in my first year because I had all of my required classes. I wanted to knock them out of the way, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, if you take on all of those classes at one time that require you to read every night and study every night, and there's a quiz in every class and there's a test every week, then you're gonna get really overwhelmed and you're gonna get really bored. But more to 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get very overwhelmed with school, and it's going to become very stressful and very, very difficult. So have that class that doesn't require you to do as much work. It may be a class like an art class or a video editing class or something else, something that can help you wind down. Colleges usually offer classes like that as an elective, so definitely try to get at least one elective on your schedule per semester. Now, everyone might think that you're being a goody two-shoes, but I think this has really helped my grade, not because I got special favoritism, but because the professor knew my personality when reading my paper, because he or she knew me by my name. Number 7 would be to have your professor kind of know you. They might not know you personally, but at least they'll keep their name in your head. So to do that, you want to stay active in the class. You want to always raise your hand. I know that one of my classes, my business class, because there's so many students in that class, we have to have these nameplates up so that when he calls on us, he can address us by our name. Now, he knows me very well. Oftentimes he uses my name in a lot of the examples that he's trying to do. So if it's a business class, so he'll say, so if Chevelle has her own business, and so on. He knows my name and he knows my face, because sometimes, you know, classes are overcrowded and you don't get the chance to know your professor like that. So try to make an effort so that they at least know your name. Meal prep. It is so easy. It is extremely easy to snack in college. It's just, you either wake up late or you go to bed late and you snack, because it's just the easiest thing to do, more than cook a meal. So try to take an hour of Sunday or Monday and plan for the rest of the week. It'll help if you make a list at the end of the week, maybe before you go grocery shopping. Try to make a list of all the things that you want to eat that week, or what you think you want to eat, and this is going to help you be a lot more prepared when you're meal prepping. If you're going to work and have a job at the same time. I know I did that, and it was so hard. Like, it was just so much easier to buy food outside, and that cost a fortune to do. So you want to make sure you meal prep. Also, it's going to help you avoid that freshman 15. I did gain the freshman 15. I feel like meal prepping is really starting to help me lose the weight, and it's going to keep my weight steady and help keep me focused and save me a lot of money, which as a college student we don't have enough of already. Be sure to try to meal prep as much as you can. Your grades are not who you are. Anytime I get like a score that I didn't like, or a low score, if I failed something, which has happened, then I felt like completely depressed, and it was just, I was very emotional about it. But I had to really remember that I am not my grade, and this doesn't define who I am as a person. So keep in mind that your grades are not you, that you have so many ways that you can get help if you are struggling in a certain area. Tutoring on campus, all of those things are free, and all of those things are a part of your tuition. So don't feel overwhelmed if you get a bad grade or if you're not doing so well in the class, because that grade doesn't define who you are, and you can get help. I hope that this video gets you kind of excited if you're not in college yet, because college is really fun. Even though of course you have your stressful moments, college is really fun. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that I was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you are already in college and you have some more tips, or you've graduated already, go ahead and write some comments in the description box. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in another one. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.